about where it's going to be warming up because a lot of us have been stuck in the cold for quite some time. In a place like Atlanta, you should be in the mid 70s, and it's been a little while, but we'll be in the upper 70s by tomorrow. And then look at this. Ta-da! I'm personally really happy about this mid 80s. I know that's a little warm for some people, but it'll be a nice change after all the cool weather we've had. So you'll notice tomorrow those above average temperatures from the southern plains up through the upper Mississippi Valley. Minneapolis, eventually you guys are going to warm up, but you got to wait until at least Tuesday. You'll notice that spreads through St. Louis, D.C., Columbus, especially places like Chicago, really seeing those temperatures warming up. Get this. So Chicago today, your highs in the upper 40s, but by Tuesday, we're talking mid 80s. So that's about a 40-degree temperature difference in about 48 hours. That's a big deal, not just above average, but some record warmth as well. Stick around. We're going to talk about where we have that possibility of some severe weather next week.
That clears out, though. Some sunshine moving across the Ohio Valley, Midwest. We're talking about temperatures rapidly warming up as we So today, the 70s across the Midwest, they'll be pushing into 80s, so enjoy the coolish weather now in the southeast. The rain's gone, 70s are returning.
Yeah, the rain is not gone everywhere, though. It's going to be a bit of a... For today, we're drying out along the Gulf Coast, but we've got a system moving into the Pacific Northwest and bringing precipitation there, also across the northern tier and... Today. We see that spreading across the Rockies, over the northern plains into the Great Lakes region by Monday. We're in the upper 70s in Atlanta, mid 80s on Monday in Dallas. By Tuesday, some afternoon storms building in for a place like Dallas and Denver. And then we see that rain becoming more widespread from the southern plains through the Mississippi Valley up into New England by Wednesday. A lot warmer, though, for a place like Fargo, where you'll be in the mid 60s. We're in the mid 80s in LA by Thursday, and the rain still stretching from places like Dallas all the way up into NYC. By Friday, we do see that becoming a little bit more sporadic for places like Atlanta, but Dallas still a few showers around for you. Chicago, upper 60s by your Friday. And then by next Saturday, it's drying out in Denver, lower 80s there. So you've got a warm up. Also in Chicago, you'll be in the upper 60s for your next Saturday. So we do have lots of changes this week. Getting it? Well, currently all up and down the West Coast, at least into the Bay Area, up into Eureka, Redding, you're getting some of that moisture along the 5 as well, and then some of that higher elevation snow across the Sierra Nevada. This is what we're seeing in Boise into Pocatello as well. You guys are getting some of the rain where we have the warmer temperatures higher in the elevation. We are getting that snow, though. It doesn't stop there. The Pacific Northwest getting some beneficial moisture. Olympia across the Olympic Peninsula getting in on some of that moisture influx off of the Pacific, a steady flow. And why is that happening? Well, in the upper atmosphere, the pattern that we currently have is lending itself to this flow coming off of the Pacific. In the upper levels, we have that disturbance, that counterclockwise circulation around that center of low pressure, ushering in that moisture into the coast. At the surface, we've got this low pressure frontal system that's moving through, all of those elements coming together to stir up the atmosphere and bringing us some much needed rain in the lower elevations and that high elevation snow, which is even better. I think it's Paul that always says it's like money in the bank for the drier months when you have that snowpack and it starts to melt. So this is what we're looking at, up to about an inch in general around portions of Utah, 1 to 2 inches in some places. Timing it out for you, you'll notice as we head through your Sunday, we continue to see waves of moisture. It finally builds into Salt Lake City, building into Billings as well. And then you'll notice filling in across those higher elevations of the Sierra Nevada range across California. We are really going to see some of this beneficial precipitation making its way down into portions of Arizona. Is it enough to eradicate the drought that we're seeing in Nevada right now? No, it's not, but we will take anything we can get at this point, Paul.